opinions expressed by the hosts, callers, and guests are not those of DGVradio.com, Envisage Productions LLC, its advertisers, sponsors.
Well, my mama doesn't believe it.
So do we all stay?
Are we on yet? Did we start yet? Oh, he's saying no.
Oh, you started?
You don't want to do the presentation.
I didn't call it.
Oh, I asked you, and then, yeah.
All right, hit the music, let's go.
Go ahead. Start whenever. It's all right. All right. Let people get set up. It's all right.
That's 5 people watching on it.
That's all right. That's good. That's actually good. It's working. We went, Bobby, just so you know, Facebook's Live is dead.
The opinions expressed by the hosts, callers, and guests are not those of DGVradio.com, Envisage Productions LLC, its advertisers, sponsors, or employees.
Let's go. Whoa, whoa,
Patrick's Day. We're a little loud there.
Hey, look at the Irish. Come on now, boo-boo.
They can hear us right through the headphones. All
Right through, boo.
Welcome to the Wiseguyz Show, St. Patrick's Day special. And let me tell you something, Facebook is dead tonight, and we are
Murió.
live.
Dead.
That's right.
Facebook murió.
Yeah, well, we're not dead.
Live on YouTube tonight. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
And Facebook. How are you, boo-boo?
We knew this day was going to happen, so let's get there. It is. We're live on YouTube. All right. All right. So let me introduce everybody in the studio. Sitting across from me is none other than Jumpin' Gennaro's in the house.
Uno, due, tre,
All right. Sitting next to Jumpin' Gennaro's none other than Italian singing sensation Biagio. Sitting next to Biagio is none other than the Chicken Man of Alcatraz.
Irish chicken.
And counterclockwise around the table is none other than Ray the Caterer's in the house.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. We travel with our own caterer. And sitting next to me right now is a guy who's got hot all over Instagram. None other than Mickey Voices is in the house. All right.
He's on page 6.
All over. Spike Lee noticed him. Manafort went to jail. Rappaport.
And the wise guys noticed
Going to
them.
the airport, boo?
And obviously sitting next to me over here is none other than actor Randy the Orioles in the And next to Randy is a familiar face to professional boxing, 3-time world champion, Bobby Ches. All right. And gold medal winner, right?
No, didn't get to go to the.
But you knocked out
That-
you knocked out 2 gold
knocked
medals.
out 2 gold medals from years after, but we boycotted the Olympics that year.
That's right.
Fought heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holt.
He knocked out
That's pretty
2
good.
Forget it. I saw that fight again. I was watching it. I turned on. I said, you know what? Let me watch that fight because I think back then when there was no paper, when I didn't have the pay-per-view, I missed the fight. So when I saw 6 rounds, I didn't. And then I watched it. I refreshed my memory.
And make no mistake about it, I'm not a better fighter or a better talent than Holyfield. But here's the one thing I knew for a fact: he would underestimate me and my toughness. And Vince Lombardi said it best: fatigue makes cowards of us.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew he would eventually tire,
I-
and then I'd start to come on.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
close the show. But things.
I watched the fight, and I saw that you had any moment could have won that fight.
You think you should have bit his ear?
No, I don't. You know that.
Yeah, but that's what happened.
I was the expert analyst on that
waiting for
show
that.
for Showtime when Holyfield got his ear bit off by Mike Tyson. And I like Mike Tyson. We're friendly. It's the first time in my life I was ever speechless.
Yeah, what do you
I didn't know-
say?
What do you
Yeah,
say? I have
Well,
nothing
the thing
to
is-
compare this to.
The thing is,
Or
when
shot.
Mike Tyson saw him perform against Holyfield, Mike Tyson underestimated Holyfield, and that's why
without doubt.
Holyfield wound up beating him twice.
Yeah, two
because
of
they even
the-
said his
two of the guys
performance
had a-
was much better than
Two of the guys
Tyson's
at
against Holyfield.
Mike Tyson's training camp said, "You're the reason Mike lost." So I didn't do nothing. He said, "No, you understand. Holyfield couldn't do anything with you, so we thought, now what's he gonna do?
what's he gonna do with us?
What's he gonna
Yeah.
do with Mike?"
And then he goes and beats. He has problems with him, but he goes.
See, there are a
and
lot of
beats
different
Tyson
things. See, you guys don't. A lot of people don't pay attention to the little things. When Holyfield fought Mike Tyson, he weighed 218. When he fought me, he weighed 209.
Yeah.
And he wasn't as sculpted, and he wasn't as big, he wasn't as strong. There are things that were going on there
Yeah. No, no.
that people don't know about.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say I saw the fight, and I waited for the eye situation. I looked at your eyes, and you did have something wrong with your eyes.
My
and
eyes,
it was not.
my eyes actually hemorrhaged. My vision, the day before, 2 days before I fought
very
him,
true.
my vision was 20/15 in both eyes.
Yes.
Now it's 20/45 and 20/50.
Yeah, what I believe is
I need glasses
You
to
would have
read
won
now.
that fight, and they had to stop you from winning that fight because they needed the big
They
payday
said
from
there
Mike
was
Tyson. And
linen on his body that was touching, was rubbing against. His
Actually,
eye.
I
got your eyes?
heard 2 years later from a state trooper that they believe the. Now here's the thing, they allegedly sealed the bag with the gloves. Allegedly, and I say that because
Yeah, you-
I don't trust anybody when it comes to money. But then they lost the bag for 2 days. Where it went, I don't know. Then they found the bag again, and they had him tested. Now they said, now watch this. We're fighting. There's only 2 things that should ever be on the gloves: sweat and maybe a little Vaseline. They tested both gloves, and they said the tests were inconclusive. No, there was either something on the goddamn
Or there
gloves,
wasn't.
or there wasn't.
Yeah.
Inconclusive doesn't work for me.
This is a substance they couldn't identify, maybe.
Right.
2 years later, our state trooper told me they believed it was Tabasco sauce, and I got and that's caustic. That in your eyes,
Yeah.
go blind you.
Oh, yeah.
2 days after the fight, I got a call from Burt Cooper.
Yeah, Burt Cooper.
Burt Cooper, when he dropped him, he fought him overseas. When he dropped Holyfield, he said the very next round, he said, I couldn't see a thing.
Wow.
wow,
He said my eyes were burning so bad he couldn't see.
What, are you kidding me?
wow.
So who knows? You know
Yeah,
what?
I
It is-
actually
it's
watched the
history now.
fight, too.
It's history
I
now.
actually went on YouTube to go look at
Watch,
it.
isn't it cool? I
But
mean,
you're right. There was definitely something because you
My
could
eyes
see your
hemorrhaged.
eyes
Yeah,
were.
they
His
hemorrhaged.
eyes were
bothering
bloodshot
you like
red, and you
crazy.
could see he had a lot of fight in him too. Still, so I mean, it wasn't like I mean, he wanted to keep. You
And
could
he-
see it.
and
You
I
look
think
in
he
the
did take
first
him
round,
lightly.
Holyfield threw more punches in that round than any other fight as a heavyweight with anybody ever. He threw like 87 punches. In the 5th round, I threw 82 punches, he threw 42. What does that tell you?
I figured it out. It was real easy to figure out. I'm a street kid. I saw it. The money was, you were messing up their payday, and it had to be stopped, and you
Let me-
weren't going to let them.
Let me ask you: could
They
you
don't
have
wanna-
had a rematch at that point or no? Because I don't know how boxing works at that point.
You understand something? I'm going to make this statement very clear. I am not a better fighter than Evander Holyfield. I was not gifted with as big a body or more talent, but I knew he would underestimate me. And as I said, Vince Lombardi's saying, fatigue makes cowards of us all.
yes.
When you're so tired that the lactic acid
took you
builds up in
lightly.
you can't even lift your hands up.
Absolutely.
So I knew I had a one-shot deal. Even if I beat him, I wouldn't give him a rematch because I know I wouldn't have beat him in the second fight.
Really?
He would then train like he does for the other fighters,
Okay.
the big guys, and I don't have that kind of that's kind of strength in me.
What did
Don King had something to do with it?
No.
What did you weigh on that fight? You said he was 209.
No, he was 210. I was 209.
Oh, okay. You were 209. Okay.
There's something.
So, what was your normal fighting weight? Was that? Did you go up
Oh, no,
to that?
I went up to. Well, I actually went higher than that. I went up to 220 when I fought Corey Sanders, but I was just too old, and he just.
But
killed
where
me.
did you start, Bob? Is what I'm saying.
160.
Wow,
When I was
that's what I'm
18.
saying.
Yeah, but when I was 18, I was fighting. See, the amateurs are different weights.
Okay.
And the amateurs, I was fighting 165, which is technically a super middleweight. 160, whenever weight, I give you a weight, that's the maximum. So 160 is the maximum middleweight.
Got it.
Now they have
Okay.
junior middleweight, which is 154 from 147 to 154. 160 middleweight, 168 super middleweight, 175 light heavy, 190 cruiser, 209 super cruiser, over that heavyweight. And I fought in
Sounds like they have too
How,
many.
how'd you feel at that weight? I mean, did you feel
don't
stronger?
know.
Obviously, you're carrying more weight.
Well,
but
it's funny because one of my sparring partners who was bigger than me always, and I worked my way up to 220. I mean, I bodybuilded and worked my way up to 247.
Wow.
But then I slimmed all the way back down where I was shredded at 220, and I was hitting him in the gym, and he said, Jesus Christ. He said, what did you do? I said, I gained weight, that's all. Just gained weight.
Yeah, but it's
See,
something I learned tonight that made the difference, I think, and all your fights. You told me that you had blood from Abellino in you. I didn't know that.
Now, boo boo.
My Italian relatives take credit for all my,
Oh,
all my credit, my courage, and my toughness. But I'll tell you what, my grandfather on my father's side, who was from Poland,
That's a combination.
Poland,
he was
too.
a tough as
Well,
a
who's the
Polish people-
toughest fighter that you have fought? Let's put it that way.
All right, now I'm going to give you a
Because I know you're all different.
I'm going to give you a clarification here. Tough is your ability to take an ass whooping.
Okay.
Good is your ability to give an ass whooping. So the best fighter I ever fought on a given side, probably Corey Sanders. The toughest guy I ever fought, you probably never even heard of. It's a guy named Mike Fisher. He was a cruiserweight, but he was built. He was so tough. I would hit him for like a 12-punch combination. He would just spit blood out and go, I missed that one. I turned around like he was talking to somebody behind me.
Really?
Tough. I mean, he just tough. That was good. Wasn't that great a fighter, but he hit hard. And
You could hit him with anything.
you could hit him with anything. I mean, he just didn't care.
Wow.
Mike.
Wow.
Ish Mike?
Yeah, I don't. His
Mike,
his
you
mic's
talking
not
to me?
on. I don't hear it.
No.
Give me the test, Mike.
Testing,
There he
1,
goes.
2,
He's
3.
good. All right,
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
I got it.
You mean Randy?
Randy's in the
Well, I
house.
want to thank you guys for coming, Randy. I want to
Thank
thank
you.
you so
Great
much
guys,
tonight.
man.
Thank you. No,
stuff there,
I
Bobby.
want to mention a few things. Our guests tonight, though, it's so. You don't know how much of an honor. I was such a big boxing fan. I kind of lay it off lately because there's really nothing like it used to be.
Well, there's too many sanctioning bodies.
Yeah.
It used to be just
WBA,
the WBA. but
WBC,
the WBA got
IBF,
crooked and then realized they
WBO.
could bribe everybody.
Yeah.
So then the WBC came
Got
out.
boring. It's
Then they started doing the same thing. So then the IBF decided to come out. So we're
Well,
going to keep everybody
the
in check.
IBF was good to me last
then,
week.
Then
so.
they got the same way. Then the WBU, the IBF, the NBA. I mean,
How could you keep track of all?
you have 7 different world.
call them alphabet soup titles.
9 different world champions now.
That makes no sense.
Who's the champ in New York, Fifth Street,
idea.
Fifth Avenue? I mean,
But
exactly.
Let's go. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day, St. Joseph's Day. We got a lot happening
National
tonight.
Pancake Day.
But let's go over our guests.
Chicken Day.
Also on our show tonight, we're celebrating 20 years anniversary of The Sopranos.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
20 years.
And our guests are going to be coming in later. There's going to be Federico Castelluccio, actor, director, artist. Artie Pasquale, also in The Sopranos. And we got Sopranos Con members
Yep.
coming in, all at
Right.
9 o'clock. And I believe Frankie, that's when Frankie's going to join us,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, Frankie just called me. He said he's a little.
That's all right. That's okay. We'll get him on.
He's on the way.
We'll be fine.
They give you a little buzz.
No problem. And then obviously Bobby Ches, 3-time champion.
Yeah, Bobby.
And Randy Diorio. And we're waiting for Luigi, the leprechaun.
Luigi the leprechaun is coming.
One thing real fast, if I can. April 1st, my reality series, Paraseekers,
Oh, yeah.
is going to be at the Bowtie Cinemas in Wayne.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be there with the crew, and also director Sergio Candido is going to be the director on the mega movie, The Godlands.
That's at
Bring whatever you-
Bowtie, right? Is that
Bowtie Cinemas.
April 1st, right?
The chickens have to
I'm
wear
coming.
bow ties.
Dominic Limbo, who has the dentist office right here in Hilden, and Limbo, he's a great guy, a great dentist, and Belmont Dental is a big fan of Wiseguyz.
Good plug there.
Yes,
Good plug.
and we want to thank them for the tickets, too. They gave us 26,
I'll look at yours.
20 free tickets for the red carpet.
Oh yes. Okay, thank you.
That's
Listen,
hysterical.
contact us in Messenger and the
chickens
talent
live on
coordinator on Messenger. Assistata corte ka nang gagawa pala bandied.
My
Did
grandma
they
likes
actually
football.
realize that in 10 years they're going to be dinner?
Wow.
It's all right. It's all right. That's too much.
I just want to thank Eddie Cotton, director of the.
How old are they right now? Wow. What
That's
the-
unbelievable.
That is-
At City Hall.
Look how cute though, huh? Is it?
It's the connection.
Is it good now?
Disregard everything I said the last half
Could you
hour.
repeat that?
Yeah, you're good now. This is our new studio, Bobby. So you were in our other one. This is like our trial over here, and we just want to make sure we're going to be getting all new equipment and everything. We just want to make sure we're here at home.
right.
Also, I want to mention Luigi the Leprechaun's on his way,
Oh, that was.
and we want to give a moment of silence if we can for our good friend who's no longer with us, Vinny Vella.
God rest his soul. What a great man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You guys helped him out, though.
Yeah.
That last time, that was.
Let's just give him a brief moment of silence. Brief moment of silence.
All right, it's over.
All right, good. Vinny, we love you. We love your family. We love your wife was awesome to us. We did everything we can to help you, and we hope you rest in peace, softly in peace, and till one day we meet again. We'll always keep your memory in our prayers and
Never to be forgotten.
and on our show.
Legendary. Great
just
actor.
like we did with Cha Cha and all our other friends that were part of the Wiseguyz Show at one point in time. So now, Chicken Man, did you change your clock ahead? There was daylight savings time.
Was it? So that means I gotta go home?
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, wait a minute. That's why my clock screwed up.
There you go.
I gotta go home.
Yeah.
I got an hour ride, boo.
But so Vinny, was a good friend of the show, and we did a lot with him. Mike just recently did something with him with Joe Causey and Broadway Bill Lee at the San Gennaro Festival.
That was an
I did
amazing.
a
watched it on
documentary. I did a
YouTube, right?
documentary with him
It's on YouTube, right?
a few years back.
It was on
It was on Facebook. I don't know if it was on
Alright.
YouTube.
We're gonna have to move
know
it
I
onto
see it, right?
YouTube.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was YouTube or
absolutely.
Facebook.
That was a magnificent
But
night. Biagio was performing, actually opening that night, and it was amazing
great.
because everybody knows that Vinny Bella's been going through prior to that quite a bit, and it looked like he was. He just dropped from the sky. Everybody just huddled around him because they were so excited to see him, in the feast. Of course, he wouldn't have it any different, and he was struggling, but he was there.
Yeah, he did it.
And he absolutely is a legend. Never to be forgotten.
All right, well, obviously, let's mention our sponsors real quick for tonight. Pizza Nostra, 560 Union Avenue, Union Boulevard in Totowa, New Jersey, 201-657-1400. Karen Gravano and Ramona Rizzo at Pizza Nostra in
coming
Totowa.
in?
Check them out. They're supposed to be dropping the pizzas
All right,
off
good.
Is
eventually.
it Pizza Nostra or Nostra Pizza?
Pizza
Nostra.
Nostra. My dude, Vaione, you go every day.
You'll be into a Nostra Pizza.
No,
you speak?
You go every day. You go every day. But I also want to thank a few people for the food tonight. The Family Affair for donating the Soprano sandwich.
Yes, that's
Very good,
Eddie
too.
TC and his family. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
We're gonna have
It was-
everybody's been eating already.
Check
but
out Family.
have another one.
Check out Family Affair at
that is the Soprano sandwich, by the way.
That is a good soprano sandwich.
the Gourmet Italian Deli and Catering. A Family Affair. 201-796-2882. That's in 23 Broadway in Fair Lawn, New Jersey.
You'll see Mateo once in a while if you go at lunch.
Not Fairfield.
And also, I want to mention right here, this guy
That's
right here.
Mateo,
Look,
the Wiseguyz
I want
Show.
everybody to see this guy. Look, this guy here.
Mugshot.
Look,
Nice. That's
Nikki
beautiful.
Voices cracked up Spike Lee with that Danny Aiello video.
Thank you.
But that Ray Liotta video, I don't know if you guys seen it yet. I mean, did you see his Ray Liotta video?
Yeah.
Is
I
this
watch all
sick
this
or
stuff.
what?
I can't get
didn't-
enough.
I
I
didn't-
can't get enough. I love it, bro. I love it. It's my
Thousands
favorite.
and thousands and thousands of people liked it on Instagram.
I love it.
This is a great honor for you. And
It really
Show it up
is.
to everybody again. Put it up.
look at this, Spike Lee. I mean, come on, look at
Mica
that.
che faccia che c'hai? C'hai una faccia del figlio di un gran puttana, Bobo.
Also, I want to mention Sopranos Con. Save the date because
it's
we're going to
coming.
be there. We're going to get everybody there November 23rd and 24th, 2019
Yeah.
at the Meadowlands Expo in Secaucus, New Jersey. Sopranos Con.
Who's headlining?
Me.
Who's me?
I know
Anthony Soprano.
they said they had David Preval, right?
David Preval, Artie Pasquale's going to be there.
and fucking who else that's fucking
Now,
got?
I don't want to
Buddy,
jump.
you're doing the other sponsors too, or are you doing that later?
No, we're going to mix it up throughout the show.
right.
I don't want to jump the gun or nothing, but April 3rd, we confirmed with New Jersey bad boy of comedy in studio, Mike Marino's going to be here.
he's the man.
All right? But that's just the start of it. We're still working on that show, so there's more announcements.
Trying to become president.
April 17th in studio. Made in Staten Island cast and crew and stars of the show
nice.
will be in studio. And I want to mention here for Randy, because Randy's been a big help to us. He's obviously an official wise guy now. I mean, there's no waiting any longer.
All right.
He's made.
They opened the
Tonight,
book.
he earned his title.
You're at the sit-down table and you're made tonight. Listen, I don't want to.
We're opening up
I don't
the
want to
book.
make not too many of you guys know yet, but I spoke to Frankie Vallelonga, and he's going to be our guest tonight. But we're going to talk more about Sopranos. We'll talk a little bit about Green Book because he wants to save Green Book to do a separate show at Tony Lip's restaurant just about Green Book, and he mentioned a lot of big stars that are going to be there that night to
Wait a
see the
minute.
show.
On and out.
So Freddie gives the announcement, right, prior to this moment right now, and there's only one thing that I had to do over the phone.
You got glass to be shattering right now.
Simon on your turn.
I just watched your mother behind you.
Wish I could do that.
Biagio, you could do that.
No.
Now
What do
here,
you do?
speaking of Biagio, March 16th, the the 90s, that's the name, dance party, and Ace of Base is going to be there, LaBouche, the Mad Stuntman, Amuka, and Italian singing sensation. And just so you know, that's going to be hosted by Hollywood Hamilton. All right.
Tell him about your 2 million views. Go ahead.
That's it?
Yeah.
2 million?
Biagio got a
My
video.
Cella Luna.
2 million videos.
Cella Luna video.
2 million
Saw
views.
Furico in the
Thanks.
hallway.
Also, that way, we're not done yet, but it's still a ways to go, but we're going to mention it. Una serata italiana con I cugini di compagna. Saturday, June 1st.
That's a mouthful.
2019 with special guest Biagio.
man.
Hosted by the Wise Guys.
Hosted by the Wise Guys.
Where is it?
It's going to be a crazy time.
Wait a minute.
We gotta
Right,
make
it's getting there. It's getting there.
What the fuck
I
is an
don't know if
Amuka?
you know, though,
Put that up, too.
right? But Nostra Pizza donated a 50-inch flat screen TV to Starlight Productions.
Oh, wow. All right. Thank you.
They're all right over there, let
That's,
me tell you.
All right. Great,
that is great.
great stuff. Great stuff. And
So when you see her, you thank them.
Thank you.
I know, boo-boo.
absolutely. And now you're at this one too, right? The Broadway Comedy Show.
with
One more with Nikki, and then we'll get back to the show. Comedy show Saturday, May 18th at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. start.
Jesus
Tickets
Christ.
are $30 available at Eventbrite at the Broadway Comedy Show with Joseph D'Onofrio. Nikki Voices is going to be in the house that evening.
Yeah.
Got cut off his head.
Don't forget the chicken man. He's going
Martin
too with the
Shattuck.
chickens.
Yes, that's 318 West 53rd Street in New York. Go to the Wise Guys Facebook group page for more announcements on that.
Nikki
All right.
Voices. Am I welcome with
Are
the
you guys
chickens?
going to be?
Right on stage, boo-boo.
They have to buy their own ticket, though.
You're going to be standing side by side, and we got to
Yeah.
figure out who's who.
We're gonna figure out who's taller.
Now, here, listen. I want to congratulate Randy on something I've been waiting to say. Randy DiOrio was awarded by the IBF director Eddie Cotton an IBF honorary championship belt at Patterson City Hall the other day.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations for all you do.
Thank you.
Congrats.
You do it for everybody. You do it. You help us.
right,
And he also had go check out his exhibit at the Patterson Museum. There's an exhibit on his life and his history in the Patterson, and he's a hometown boy.
The gym socks in there.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hometown, but raised in Chicago, born in Chicago.
I'm just in awe because I'm with so many, great, talented people, and I feel like I'm with family, and I just love to be in the company of the Wise Guys.
You're the man, Randy.
You're the
I
best,
love you,
man.
Randy. I love you, boo-boo.
I love you more, baby.
I want to do a special mention to Sal Pagliarulo. Hey, look at this. Luigi's in the house tonight.
Now it's a party.
Yes.
Sit. We got the chair for you over there.
Hey, yeah, Luigi.
Luigi's in the house
Luigi.
tonight.
How's everybody?
Good.
They're the best.
Good. Slide it over.
I'm right here.
Stand on that chair.
Put your sneaker up here. Let me sit
Put
down.
your sneaker up.
You might have to help him with that.
Come
I
on.
want to see your sneakers. No, so do the rest.
Oh, they're lit up.
Come over here.
Watch the mic.
I now pronounce you.
Oh, that would have been a great.
That is.
I like them sneakers.
Luigi the Wise Guy's in the house tonight. All right, Luigi.
If I had that,
Easy with that.
I like that.
if I had shoes like that, I'd never.
Hey,
lose my
Luigi, did you
shoes.
ever
That
meet
is
Bobby Ches, three-time world champion?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Were you a boxing fan? You're a sports fan.
Yeah, of course.
You remember at the end of his fight?
Right here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we were just
Very
talking.
kind. Very kind.
Great guy here. This is one of the best. Biagio's another one of the best. They're all the best.
Good
The best, the best, the best, the best, the
We're all
best,
the best.
all the best.
You're the best. You.
I'm
Like
telling
Bill
you.
Cosby says, "Who's better than you?" Well, who's better than us?
Everybody else.
That's what makes this show so special, Bobby, because everybody here is special. They're all good. They're not hungry for money.
I'm special.
They're not trying to take advantage and just beat them, get over everybody. We try to work. I mean, he does his own thing. He does his own thing. He forget about him.
Sometimes I don't even know what he does.
But-
I
but when it-
bus, boo.
When we get together, it's about
get a
us,
dollar?
and it's only about us. And then when we're done, he goes and does his videos. He does it.
It's literally like a family table.
It's awesome, awesome.
Do me a favor and hand me that box right there.
All the friction,
That's a
all the
paper. You
friction,
okay?
and the trouble and the problems are all gone.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Chicken man.
So,
Can we show everybody?
One of the sponsors.
From the sponsor?
One of the sponsors.
Cohiba.
congratulations. I do want to
What's the name of the place,
congratulate you.
Petey?
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Habibi.
Habibi, he's Italian. Don't be fooled.
So, for today, this special day, with all of us here, you get to take one of these, whether you smoke
That's a
it or not.
Cohiba.
And my man over here.
I'm not sure when.
I just became a made wise guy, man.
It's got a little surprise in there, too.
Habibi Smoke Shop. He, is our
right,
new
so-
sponsor of the show.
Go to Habibi's. He's got good cigars.
So, Bianca, I want to thank you for the photos today. Who's Karina?
Karina's Karen's daughter.
So Karen's daughter is bringing the pizza. That's the star of Made in Staten
All right,
Island. She's coming in briefly. She'll probably say hello, and then we'll talk about real quick. But there's a few other things I want to mention. Gianni Russo from The Godfather. He was Carlo in The Godfather.
that book.
He has a book called Carlo. Wait, he claims he knows who killed Marilyn Monroe. It's all in his book, Hollywood Godfather.
He slept with her, too.
And yes, I think he
did?
did say that. That's right.
Yeah.
He slept with her.
That's what he said.
I met him. I know him a while in Little Italy, but I met him at the Italian Tribune dinner,
He's got some good
Columbus
stories.
dinner, and he said he would do the Wiseguyz Show. So we're going to try to get him in the future. So I reached out, did a special shout out for him. Also, Bill Russo, big Italian American supporter in Little Italy. I mentioned him. I did a shout out to him because he posts a lot of important Italian American things that happen throughout Little Italy and so on.
Like the Sicilian sleeper.
And speaking of boxing, Anthony Pantanella, he was before our show on the 13th, on the show of our 13th, he had a fight that night, and he knocked out Miles No Chance Thomas at the UWA Elite. So I said he was going to knock him out, and he
I
did.
remember that.
No chance.
No chance. Die.
Hey, there comes the pizza pie.
Yeah, a bunch of bones out there.
So
I brought the chicken cutlets.
Yeah.
now, Nick, you want to just.
He brings them fresh too.
Do you remember a little bit of that video you did with Ray Liotta? You had to memorize some of it.
I'm Ray, and I quit smoking with Chantix. You know why Jeannie's husband couldn't quit smoking? Because he didn't try Chantix, Karen. That's why.
That's enough for now.
That's good. That's great.
Watch the video.
Watch the full
Watch the
video.
video.
Mr. Nicky Voices, boo-boo.
Yes. And Ray, what's going on, Ray? What's going on? Any catering business
Nope.
happen? Look at all these
Nothing. I'm
caterers
out.
we get now.
You're out of business.
It's always great to see Ray though.
I'm taking a break.
Ray's an official
Retired.
Campese. Ray Campese. His family is them.
I know who the Campeses
You went to their
are.
fathers, his uncles' clubs. We all did. Anyway, we all did. But,
Those were the days.
He's
Let me tell you. I've seen a lot
uh,
of fights there, too.
he's
I met
Tommy.
you there years ago.
Bobby, he's Tommy's son. Just so you know, if
Petey
you
White.
remembered him.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a Petey
that's
White,
my uncle.
Newark.
Yes, yes.
Right. right off the.
A Savron Javana. That's how we used to say
South
Remember Tommy Marola?
Tommy Marola.
I
Yeah.
knocked him out.
That's why we were saying that.
You know, I forgot
who he
about
is.
that.
Yeah, Tommy Marola.
Yeah, but you want to know something? You want to know a little trivia? Something that when you at the time you fought him, if you remember the video, "Bad to the Bone" by George Thorogood. You remember that video, "Bad to the
I
Bone"?
didn't. I don't think I've ever been familiar.
No.
Well, you remember the song "Bad to the Bone."
Yeah,
and
no,
blah, blah,
no,
blah,
no,
blah, blah. Well, the actual video, get a chance to go
bad.
look at it. The boxer in the video who was training in the gym at the time was Tommy Marola, and that was right around the same time you fought him.
I didn't know him in, I believe, 1980.
That's yeah. So think about how far back the song goes, and that when he did the video for that song, Tommy's the boxer in the video. Just a little
It's
trivia.
funny, we know fighters always come face to face with each other, and you stare at each other to size each other up. And we were looking at each other. I went like this. And you see him go.
And you knew you had him.
Tommy was
You can watch him. I mean, look, he was a good club fighter,
yeah.
but he wasn't world championship material.
Yeah.
He just
He was a
wasn't.
tough local banger.
Yeah, he was. He was a street. He was a street kid. He was.
I remember
He wasn't a big kid either. He would fight a lot of big guys. I know.
Well, we all had to do that.
I'm going to mention the name. Do you remember the name Larry Melillo?
White.
Larry Melillo.
Don't recall.
He was a Newark police officer. He's retired now. He was considered Newark's strongest police officer. He was just monster. He was just a big
still looks like
power
that.
lifter.
You know, Larry.
So anyhow,
Larry Malone.
Tommy used to fight him like every year. They used to try. They used to go at it every year to see who would win the fight in the street. I'm just saying, Tommy. You know, he was a neighborhood
kid.
guy.
He
He
was
was
a
a tough kid for his size, especially. And
Oh no, I don't doubt that he was tough, and I don't doubt that he could fight to a degree.
Did 30 fucking years.
I question his thoughts and his actions.
yeah, well, you know, it's a street and boxing are two different things.
Yeah.
You know,
Big time.
and I know you were a street fighter
Oh,
too.
yeah, oh,
so
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
so I'm not gonna get
Ex-Rocky and
Well,
Tommy Morrison.
I used to have, and this is the funny part. I would drive, and I was proud. As I was telling Gaspers on Route 23, I would have my car, have my lights, my license plate Beaches on my car, black and gold Lincoln Continental.
Oh, nice.
I'm driving down the street, and I got people cutting me off and pulling me over to want to fight.
They want to fight. They want to fight
Are you
you.
really kidding?
just.
Well, here, three guys pulled us over. This is right by.
That's unbelievable.
Right before you get to the reservoir in Wanakee on River
America.
Avenue. I forget the restaurant that was on the left. Guy's behind me, flashing me, past me, cuts the car off and slides his car so that I can't get through without hitting him. So I get out of the car and the guy's driving. He's a little guy, he's maybe 5'7".
That was me.
What are you trying to stop? It's like a Continental.
No, I didn't say 4'7". I said 5'7". So he gets out of the car and it's a little guy and I'm like, now the guy gets out of the other side of the other car. He's about 6'2". He's a big guy. And I start screaming at the driver because he was the one who flashed me and cut me off. And the big guy comes at me. And he starts to throw a punch, and I slipped a punch, and I hit him. Matter of fact, that scar is where his tooth went through his,
Oh, wow.
through his cheek into my hand. And he went down on the ground, and he was just laying there, and he couldn't get up, and he was still babbling. And the little guy said, leave him alone, Bobby. Well, you knew who I was. You pulled me over anyway. So I grabbed him, and he was a little guy, and I slammed him into the other guy's face and threw him over the rail. Nah, but here's this important part.
Watching The Godfather.
Then I drove to the police station, which was about a half a mile away, and pressed charges. But I said I only want to follow through if they come in the press, because he threw the punch first.
Yeah.
I just responded.
Plus you're a registered
and when I
fighter
hit
too, right? You get in
No,
trouble.
not registered.
No.
But I'm allowed to defend myself.
Yeah.
But as soon as you're no longer a threat, if I keep
it.
stomp on your head and all that stuff, I go to jail.
It's not self-defense anymore then.
It's not self-defense anymore. Now I'm just abusing the situation. So he went down. That was it. And I went to the police station. They don't fill out all the paperwork. 45 minutes later, they showed up at the police station. And they said, "Listen,
So
you
you
can
were
only."
covered.
He said, "You can only counter-press. It's a lesser court, it's a lesser charge in a court of law." He said, "And trust me, you can't win." On top of, he had a witness who was my best friend. He had a witness that didn't smell like alcohol, and you guys all stink of it. 2 years later, I pull into the gas station. It's him.
You want to fight you again?
No.
This time he wanted gas.
I rolled down the window, And he went, I went, hey, how you doing? You want to finish up where we left off?
Oh, wow.
He ran into the station, locked the door, called the police.
Bob, hey, I want to ask you, if I could bring you right back to your prime,
thought he was pumping gas.
your best, ready to go to fight anybody. Who, out of all the fighters in history, who would you be your dream fight to fight?
If we were at the same weight,
Yeah, same weight.
I think pretty much pound for pound, probably the best fighter that's ever lived, who fought in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s,
Roberto
and
Duran.
2000s, Roberto Duran.
Oh, but you fought? Didn't you fight him?
No, Vinny Pazienza fought.
Oh, Vinny. That's right. Vinny fought him. Vinny fought him a couple
sparred
times.
Duran
Didn't he?
Why
I sparred Duran 3
One,
rounds in
just one.
1981.
Duran, huh?
I think overall, just imagine competing for 5 decades in that business.
That's true.
Most people wouldn't even stay alive. Never mind do all
I
he's
sparred
done.
him in Hoboken, and the song "Love on a Two-Way Street" was on. I remember "Love on a
That's when
Two-Way
you know
Street,"
you're getting
and he was
old.
screaming at me, "Yob,
Really?
yob, yob, yob." We sparred 3
No,
rounds.
he lost against Hearns. Am I right? Or
Hearns
Yeah,
killed him.
Hearns dropped.
Hearns hit him with one of the best right hands in history.
Really?
Knocked him cold, one shot.
He fought my stablemate Nino Gonzalez.
because I
That's
remember
why.
Hearns
Hearns
beat him.
wouldn't
I know
fight
that.
me. He wouldn't fight me. And it's funny, years later, I found out why. Tommy, his trainer, was Emmanuel Stewart, Kronk Jim. And we were talking, and he said, I told Tommy, the guy you probably want to steer clear of is Bobby Chess, because you can hit him all day long.
And he's
he
gonna
ain't
still-
going anywhere. He's eventually going to hit you. and you'd tend to tire out a little bit. So he wouldn't fight me.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was a tough cookie, though,
Yet
man.
he fought Iran Barkley,
Yeah.
and Barkley beat him twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, beat Hearns twice, right?
Yeah.
Now, another thing about Randy I wanted to mention, I got to see the movie The Brawler. That was a movie about Chuck Wepner.
Thank you.
And what a great movie to watch. He's in it multiple times. He's in it at the beginning and
I
at the
actually
end.
saw it too.
And
Great movie.
it was a great
We'll be
movie.
watching that.
Great movie.
And congratulations on it. We watched it on demand. And
We all put a lot of time and energy into that film.
yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, I saw Chuck, and then I saw that, and it is different. And
both- they
but
both
I
are
like those kind of movies, so I can watch them things all
Such a
day
good
long.
guy.
What I love about our movies
Chuck's
is
a
we
great
have
guy.
we have so many actors from Sopranos and Goodfellas and Joe D'Onofrio. We have Burt Young from Rocky and
Yeah.
and,
Burt's cool.
and I was honored to be acting with Joe Pantoliano, Emmy Award winner, side by side. So for me it was a thrill.
Fucking
And
Ralphie.
we got
That
the
was
film in
great.
Patterson, as well as Trump Taj Mahal.
Wow.
So and thank you for taking the time to watch.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
you'd be surprised.
Absolutely. Great movie. Great movie.
I did a movie with Eddie Murphy, I Spy.
Oh, yeah.
Where I played myself,
Oh,
which is not that hard to do. But they were going through a set of sequences with fighting, and Eddie made it very clear nobody's punching me in the face, because there was a scene where he needed his face to get distorted.
Yeah.
So I said, you're gonna shoot this in slow motion. I said, so just do it in slow motion. Let him get his face distorted this way. He never gets hurt. He goes, I think that'll work.
Well, he was also in Resurrection Boulevard, Bobby, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
3 episodes of that.
Wow.
Funny, because I teased Eddie Murphy. He used to do a skit, and he used to say, when a woman climaxes real hard, she makes a beastly sound. And
Are we-
Can you do that impression over there, Luigi?
Yeah.
How's it sound?
It sounds kind of like this.
Sounds like the beef is getting
close
stabbed.
enough.
and that's why I left my
Anyway,
ex-girlfriend.
The funny thing was, he used to have the tape, and I used to keep it in my car all the time. With the cassette, it was a cassette tape. And whenever I went on a date with the first time a new girl, I used to push it in. Say, because he said men are all a little crazy and full of themselves. And he said they got their head buried in a pillow, going, I got this son of a bitch now. When they make that noise. So he said, you're the sickest white boy I ever met in my life.
I don't know.
Eddie Murphy.
But we had some fun with it. He was good.
Good guy. Real quick, speaking of that 17 show, I do have to mention with the Made from Staten Island crew. I forgot. I got notified. Support Pizza Nostra's in total. Obviously, New Jersey Chef Ryan, who's their chef, Chef Ryan Vargo, and log into the link and that we have on our page and get a Chef 05 and to get a discount code, you will receive $15 off the price of your ticket. The final cost is $25 per ticket. He will be in a culinary fight club in Brooklyn. About I think it's hamburgers. It's hamburgers, and so support him. It's going to go around. It's called the Culinary Fight Club. Speaking of fighting,
that idea. That's a great idea.
2019 Blended Burger Battle Tour, Brooklyn, New York, Omaha, Nebraska, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Portland, Oregon, and so on. And so please, he'll be on the show talking about this. He's a big-time chef, and he will be on the show with Made in Staten Island. I think he'll come on first.
But I understood we're all going.
Well, we're going to try.
Okay.
Monday, the first
We're going to try. We're going to try.
So we got to go.
Great.
Yes, I'm definitely going to try.
I know.
And our friends, Abnormal Attraction, Craig Loigren, comedian, available now. Rent. It's called Abnormal Attraction movie by the Fuzz on the Lens crew, our good friends.
McDowell's in it.
Yes, Rod.
Got a lot of big
Gilbert
stars.
Godfrey.
That's right.
Taylor
that's right.
Maine.
Good stuff. So check out Abnormal Attraction now, available to rent or own on all things Amazon and more.
Remember we had them guys on when they were doing the Staten Island Clown, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and also Saturday, April 27th, our friend Anthony Rhoda. You at this one?
No, not that one. May 28th. May 24th. I'm gonna be with him in Levitt.
Get your date straight
So it's
there,
after
Bo.
this. The Paisan Entertainment presents Anthony Rodia live in Staten Island. Doors open at 7:30. Check him out, Anthony Rodia, Uncle Vinny on Facebook.
Uncle Vinny.
And we did a special mention for them. Get that done. And Tony Lips. Hopefully Frankie Valley Longer joins us soon.
Wait to eat here.
I've been
Tony
there.
Lips Italian Restaurant and Pizza. Call them up. It's great. It's 829 Franklin Lake Road in Franklin Lakes. The open. What time's it open? Probably around lunchtime. I'm assuming.
He's right next to the market box.
Closes at 10.
Anybody knows Franklin Lakes?
Yes,
Exactly.
Tony Lip Restaurant, Tony Lip, so we can't wait. Now the announcement is. Thank you, Randy, for making that Tony Lip happen, that live remote that we're going to plan on doing. If it becomes a success, everybody could send Randy the gift at his house. We'll give you the address of his house.
Getting gifts?
Thank you so much. You did a great job, Randy. Thank you so much.
You know what?
Thank
That's
you.
definitely
Thank
an
you.
official.
Hey, we're all-
1, 2, 3, action!
All right. He did mention
my
Danny
God.
Aiello, a couple names just to give you an idea.
cocksucker.
You're feeling in Gran Butana.
And then also Hardcore Italians. We still didn't get together with them yet.
He just
Oh,
pulled-
yeah.
He just pulled the gloves off.
That's Danny Aiello. He's not calling
Is
me.
that
No,
Chicago?
I got it. No, Danny's a good guy. I love Danny.
Yeah.
And speaking of Mike Marino, who is our guest on April 3rd.
He's awesome.
He's, I think, tomorrow night. The 27th, between 7 and 10 p.m., the Big Fat Black Pussycat in New York. He's our guest on April 3rd, but go check him out. Mike Marino, Make America
That's a funny boy, let me tell you.
Make America Italian again on Wednesday, March
up a rock.
27th, between
Of its
7
money.
and 10 p.m. at the Big Fat Black Pussycat in New York.
Say that again.
The
Nice.
Big Fat Black
Mike was on a really,
pussycat.
really great television show, and I'm like, wow, I like this comedian, and I forgot his name. 3 days later, I see him here at the
Mike Marino.
He's
Wow.
at the Wiseguyz Show, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
That's original, right?
People are coming through. People are coming through
We
here.
went to see him in Bloomingdale.
It's all a big
no?
circle.
Yes.
Yes, last year.
Last year.
Yeah, Hamella shop.
Yes.
What else we got? You got
Also,
the
Joe
shop?
Conti in the South Florida, your South Florida realtor. We're working on making him a sponsor. He is the radio talk show host of Conti Tonight, and we.
Conti tonight. That sounds a little weird.
Yes, he's
I have Barbara
and also
Conti there.
MiniKiss.com. MiniKiss.
Mini Kiss.
Louis Fatale and Mini Peter.
Yeah.
They've been rocking it, man. Them guys just went somewhere. You remember where they went? It was some crazy videos,
great.
man. We can't show them on Facebook, though. Well, because Facebook's down right now.
They're under investigation.
Fucking
Also, our buddy
Fade that
Angel Salazar's been showing his face. Chi-Chi.
Yes,
Chi-Chi,
more and
get
more.
the
I see it
yayo.
going online.
You ever meet Angel? Angel Salazar?
He,
Chi-Chi, get the yayo. Scarface.
opposite Al Pacino. Also, Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
We got Al Pacino in here tonight.
Al
Pictures
Pacino's here
later.
tonight. How you doing?
Hey, Al Pacino.
Pacino.
Hey,
Pacino.
I got to make a shout out to Al Pacino's sister, Roberta Pacino, because she's a very good friend of mine.
Oh, all right, okay.
Roberta Pacino.
Better believe it, that's my daughter you're talking about.
No,
That's next.
actually
When they
next.
made the movie Donnie Brasco, I had dinner with him on Thompson Street at Rocco's Restaurant. Him, Johnny Depp, everybody.
Did you at least cook the chickens this time?
No,
What was your? Can I
He
ask?
wasn't in the chickens.
Can I ask what was your job with them? You slept with them, didn't you?
Yeah.
What was your job?
Slept with them.
What do you mean? What was my
This
job?
just sounds a little weird.
That was his
I
job.
know. That was my job to sleep with him. Let me just give it to you, boo. Here.
No, wait. You were
Time
like,
to wake up.
Were you
They
like
came
their
to
security?
They came to the coffee shop. No. They
Oh,
came to the coffee
but didn't you like
shop.
stay in the trailer with them?
Yeah.
I'm saying, but what did you?
What
was
did
your
you do in
job?
the
I
trailer?
hung out with them and watched them shoot.
You made them coffee.
But, okay, all right. Well, you're the
Don't pressure
security
the guy now.
You just
They
like
came
walked into the.
No, no,
the
no.
camp?
So how do they like
They
their
happened
coffee?
to come to 21st Avenue and they came to the coffee shop.
Okay.
I made them cappuccino and espresso.
How'd you end up in the camper with
You
them?
know me, I just bullshit right away. And we became friends. They were shooting in Clifton, and I went over with them.
Oh,
and I
all
was
right.
with them for a
Nice.
whole week or two. Then I took them to New York at Rocco's Restaurant, Thompson Street, and we hung out the whole
Okay,
month.
all right. Okay.
Now, boo-boo.
All right, he's back. The chicken man of Alcatraz is back.
Yes.
All right. That's good stuff. And our buddy, Shane Coyle, Prank Call Mafia, the Ultimate Decor, he's back and doing his videos again. He's doing pretty good. He's getting his fan base back. And, he had a little bumps on the road, but everybody gets a second chance. So we'll see how he does.
What did he say? Something bad?
He's doing a No, it was just
air
forget. I'm going to get into it.
It's longer story.
But he's doing a show with Joe D'Onofrio in Florida.
Oh, is he?
And Tony Darrow.
Tony Darrow, that's right. He's going to be
Tony
doing
Darrow's
I saw that.
Yeah, great
Darrow's
actor.
a-
He's a very nice guy. Yeah, I met him.
What happened?
All right, how much time we got? Because I got to get the sausage out of the oven.
We
Freddie.
got, we still got about 10 minutes.
Well, I wanted
10
to
minutes.
talk about Chuck
gonna wash
Wepner,
my
you said,
hands.
right?
What's- I'm
Was
sorry?
the Rocky movie really based?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
he was
wasn't
the
really
won the
inspiration.
lawsuit. Yeah, it was.
He was
It
the
was.
inspiration for the.
Because he's able to take a punch? Is that the whole
Stallone went to the fight.
Combination.
And he saw the heart that Chuck Wepner displayed. He went the whole 15 rounds. He even knocked Ali down, once.
No, he didn't
And
knock him
was-
down. He stepped
well,
on
he
his
stepped
foot.
on his foot and he went down.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, and
Yes,
he stepped on his foot. But
I
the
was
referee
gonna
called a
get
knockdown.
to that, but
Okay.
there were two movies made, the Chuck and the one that we made about him. But he was the inspiration for, Stallone always said he was the
So
inspiration
let me
for
ask you
Rocky.
something. since you know
And he won
movies well.
he won a huge lawsuit. too.
That Raging Bull, did Rocky take any scenes out of there too?
No.
No, Raging Bull came
No?
after
No.
Rocky.
Did Raging Bull come out after?
Yeah.
It did? What year did that come out?
Rocky came out in
I don't know when it came
76.
out.
Raging Bull came out in 80.
Yeah,
Listen,
Rocky.
That was about
Wait,
Jake
Rocky came
LaMotta.
out
was in the
79.
70s.
Well,
No, I think-
originally 76.
I think I am right. I'm going to tell you why. It wasn't Rocky 1. It was Rocky 2 when I watched Raging Bull.
Yeah.
When he was fighting, who was he fighting?
Raging Bull, Sugar Ray.
Sugar
Was
Ray
it Sugar
Robinson.
Ray?
Sugar Ray
When he
Robinson.
just
Ray
stood
against Jake
there,
All right.
and said, "Hit me
I
with
never
it."
went down,
that was
right?
totally this movie.
It looked like
the
a
movie,
rock.
the movie,
When
the
he
movie
goes,
that
"Hit
you're.
me,"
Yeah,
he goes,
well,
"I never fell."
No,
Whatever
it
he
was
said.
totally based on Jake LaMotta's life. It was.
Okay.
It
Trying
nothing to do with
What's a
anybody.
proof?
No.
No,
I'm
no,
not
it
trying to
wasn't
prove
nothing to
nothing.
do with like.
It looked
Chuck
like
Wepner
certain
or anything.
stories.
A lot of fighters, stories are similar though.
Right.
Story
Okay.
about how Joe Pesci got the role in that, right, Freddie?
The
You heard
Family
about it?
Enforcer with Frank fucking Vincent, that prick.
You heard about that,
Scorsese
right?
saw the movie, he called me up, he said he wanted me in the picture, I told him to go fuck himself. Die.
Well, you know, it's funny. In the movie, he plays Jake LaMotta's brother. Jake LaMotta's brother, in reality, had like over 100 pro fights. He wasn't the.
So he was a fighter.
He was a tough
He was a
dude
fighter.
himself.
So it was
but he
fictionalized.
plays. But Joe Pesci plays his brother like his corner man.
Right, right.
Okay, but. Jake LaMotta's brother was a really tough dude,
Wow.
but over 100 pro fights, he would have really, in this day and age, he would have been really,
So
really
Now
well
he
known.
was middleweight, right?
Never went down.
Say again?
Jake LaMotta was a middleweight.
Yes, he was.
Middleweight.
160.
So you're talking
I
about
met Jake
inspirations.
LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta used to hang out P.D. White's.
No, I knew Jake very well.
Do you remember when? Did
You want to
ever-
laugh? You got to picture this. I'm on set with him, and it's not recording yet, but it's up at Foxwoods. It was an Italian-American thing. All of us Italian-American, blah, blah, blah. And he introduces me to his son. He said, Jake Jr., I'd like you to meet Bobby Ches. He fucked your mother.
What?
Jake. He said, no, it's okay. She loves fighters. They all screwed her. So I go over to Ray Mancini, I said, Ray, can you
Oh,
believe
Ray
what,
Boo Boo.
can you believe what Jake said? He goes, Bob, it's the best blowjob I've ever had in my life.
Oh, man.
Tony Danza. I mean, it was a whole slew of them. She loved fighters.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah, I mean,
crazy.
she did Playboy at like 51 or 52, and she was drop dead gorgeous.
Now, who is this?
Vicky.
Jake, yeah, Vicky
Vicky
Lamont.
Oh wow,
His wife.
So
Wow.
boom, boom, man.
So he
boom.
was that movie. I'm sorry. That movie was all about that he was really jealous, or that was.
Yeah, he always was.
That
Yeah,
was
that's
true.
what
But he
was.
always was jealous. But maybe he had good reason.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 Mancini it means mane sinistra, left hand. You know that.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that. No.
Mana is
I
hand.
trained with Mancini in
Sinistro
the
means
Times Square
left.
boxing gym.
It's a
We never sparred, but we trained together. He actually was in charge of the gym when no one was there. But I remember Ray Mancini's birthday is March 15th, and mine was March 19th. So like in the middle, St. Patty's Day,
Who was
years
it?
back, we celebrated both of our birthdays.
Who was it that inspired you? I know you talked about
Me,
in the past a little bit of your history.
when I was a kid, I watched Rocky in 1976. Well, I watched Bruce Lee in 1973.
Wow,
And I had my record, my full contact karate record was 109 wins, 19
So you did
losses on
karate
points.
as well.
Yeah.
Is that where it
109
started
and 19?
from?
Yeah, it started with Bruce Lee. And then in 76, I watched Rocky. And then I went to the gym and I met Bobby Chaz's brother. I sparred with Bobby when we were both amateurs. And I sparred with his
is a long time ago.
two brothers.
So
When
you
he was a
started
kid-
with
He was a
karate.
kid with long hair. But
Yeah,
his
long
brother is the first guy I ever got in a ring with. His brother,
My youngest brother Tony, 3 years
Tony.
younger.
So we're in the ring and we're moving. And I'm watching. I didn't have any boxing training, formal boxing training at the time. And just Rocky and his brother clocked me one. I see my feet go up in the air and I landed again.
Wow.
You know, I got up. We worked
My
the next
brother
round.
Tony's the youngest of the three.
Yeah. But his two brothers are very, very talented fighters.
But they could both fight. We had triple crown in the state junior Olympics.
They were junior Olympic champions,
Two
everything.
gold medals on the East
Oh,
Coast.
wow.
1 bronze medal, and I went on to win a.
But you
bronze
went on
national-
to go professional.
You know, I was the badass. I was.
They didn't go professional.
didn't go
I'm
pro.
getting at.
No.
They didn't go
One
pro.
became a chiropractor, and the other one's a writer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
I
was
went-
also
I had-
a professor now in Princeton.
I went on to have 9 pro fights. I went 6-2-1, but they were unsanctioned in Colorado.
But it started
I
from
was smart
karate.
about
I'm just
it,
trying to see how you went from karate because of the Rocky movie.
No, no.
What gave you the inspiration to go?
Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon.
And to the no, but I'm saying from karate to go into boxing.
Martial arts.
I was just I was a foster kid, so I was moved from place to place.
Okay.
I really couldn't have a football uniform and a baseball uniform, and I couldn't have things, so I was often alone in a room.
Wow.
In Menlo Park, I was in cells and places, holding patterns to find out where they could put me. So you're alone in a room, and so you
Wow.
you hit the bedroom mattress, and you make believe you're this dangerous prisoner, you know, which I
Wow.
wasn't. But and of course, there's no shortage of tough guys when you're locked up that want to fight you. So it's all right there. And I found out when you're a fighter and if you're good, people they like you and they respect you. And so that's
Randy
where it
also
went.
got a few books out too himself. No,
You got to speak into the mic for us to hear you.
oh, you can't hear me?
No,
Randy's got
barely.
books out.
I said Randy's got a few books out
Got a
there
couple
too,
of
you know
books.
that?
Got a couple of books.
Do you guys know Pat Prisco?
Yeah.
I got to see Pat later this month, 25th.
Yeah.
Pat Prisco.
Pretty
Of
Pat
course.
Prisco, good friend of mine.
Yeah, very good friend of mine. I work out with him at the gym every once
Yeah,
in a while.
I loved it. I loved
Pat's
it.
a good
And
guy.
He hits the speed bag for like an
Yeah,
hour
thank you,
straight.
thank
But you kept your weight like this the whole time?
No, I went up to 218 at one time.
You were 218.
I was 218, and then I got back down to 160 because I was too
218?
sluggish. Yeah. I
Well, went
got
from
pictures.
160
I'll send you pictures of me at
168,
218.
which is through some of it's through maturity. He claims that he just got a little lazy and sloppy. And then I started the body build up to 247. I was eating 5 meals a
But
day.
were you as fast? Well,
Of course not.
your speed's going to slow down a little bit, correct?
Yeah. Think about this.
But the power's going to be there, obviously.
Why does a bullet kill you?
Speed.
Because how fast it's going.
Velocity.
If a cannonball could travel at the speed of a bullet, it would go through 10 buildings.
You're right.
But it's so big that it just blows away one building. Sarah, mass times velocity equals the destructive power. So you got guys that are really fast that are not real big. You don't. And here's another thing: human body, it has its own inside itself. It has its own inbred things. If you have your hands down here, your hands are just standing right here, right? And I walk up and throw a punch at you, and you can see it coming. Your body's going to brace itself for it.
Automatically.
Automatically.
Got it.
Even though you still may go down.
Right.
But when you don't see it, your body can't brace itself for it. Odds of you going down are closer to 100%.
Fighters usually get knocked out by the punches they don't see. If they stand and say, hit me, you hit him. And real quick story, I had a fight. This motorcycle dude was really big, and he was with his wife, and he goes, I'll take Randy's best punch.
The human brain reacts in fractions of seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, I just want to tell you this. And so I hit him, and you know, he flinched off. So then I set myself up with just a jab to show the right, and the jab, because he didn't see it, knocked him down. Wow. And he was actually knocked out, and he was arguing with his wife. Randy didn't knock me down. I'm like, Lee, didn't I knock him out? but the whole point of the story is, it's like he says, it's the punch that you don't see.
You don't see.
I could load up and hit
most,
you with a hard
or
one,
do
and
the
you'll
most
just
damage.
shake it off. But if you don't see it, you know, then
That for a former light heavyweight world champion
Wow.
named Leslie Stewart, and he threw a right hand that I never saw. My feet came out from under me. I got up, I was okay. But I went down.
You went down.
Yeah.
Wasn't happy about it.
Well, Bobby and Randy, we want to thank you guys so much.
Guys,
We got to go to our first break,
you.
but we want to thank everybody who's listening on YouTube. We're going to have a
Thank you, everybody.
we're going to go on a break, and we're going to come back with Sopranos Con, and go back. But you're watching the Wiseguyz Show live on YouTube, and we're on TuneIn Radio and DDV Radio. If you want to just listen to us, if you're having technical problems, and we'll be back after these messages to continue our St. Patrick's Day special.
Thank you.
Your mom left, but I had a here's one of those things.
If you're searching for a doctor who truly cares about your health and well-being, contact Dr. Alex at Tri-State Health and Wellness. Dr. Alex specializes in treating law enforcement professionals and their families and features special hours to accommodate alternating work schedules. All necessary testing can be performed in their friendly and comfortable environment. Contact Tri-State Health and Wellness, located in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. Call 201-791-7771. That's 201-791-7771. Dr. Alex at Tri-State Health and Wellness, a premier sponsor of thebluemagazine.com and ddvradio.com. Kale Orthopedic Center, high performance care for bodies in motion. Kale Orthopedic Center is proud to provide comprehensive